Good afternoon, May 22nd, 2020. Deacon himself, just want to welcome you guys back, episode 2 of the Deacon and Jones show. I want to first start off by apologizing to everybody about my behavior last week on air. It was a little bit unacceptable when it came toward Trump. I know I said I was going to take it easy on him, but I did not.
Yeah, you did promise that.
And, well, by that I was going to introduce my co-host, Jones. How are you, Jones?
Hey, how you guys doing?
So, hopefully the audience is doing well, and we want to thank you again for tuning in and for listening in last week, but I do want to say that I did vote for Trump, and it's not that I hate the man, I'm just very disappointed and upset with what he is doing and lack of doing, and that's where I'm going to leave it, because I don't want to lose any viewers, but I'm just saying, or listeners, and we're going to leave it at that. Also, I wanted to bring up a couple of things that, yes, again, Jones jumped in to say hello to everyone, which is, the same Jones from last week, who, may I add, is not a stripper. I asked you guys for feedback, and I appreciate it, all of it, that you guys gave to us. 2 different viewers thought that Jones was a stripper. No, this is not a stripper. This is Jones in the act. But back to that, I also had a viewer. I wanted to address this first because I had a listener and a viewer last week who had brought it to my attention of when we were going on the debate of what song is better, either One or Master of Puppets. Why we never did explain why either one of them would be the suitable choice to be the best Metallica song. So let me just break it down real quick, and we're not going to go back into last week's topic, but the reasoning behind that is because voted by the fans of Ozzy's Boneyard the best guitar solo in a hard or heavy rock song, and I don't have the exact numbers on who was polled and whatnot, but it was number 1. That is true, which everything that we tell you on the show is going to be true. We're not going to feed you bullshit like we said. But the best guitar solo in hard rock and heavy metal history is Master of Puppets. And the one on the best drum solo, again, voted off of Ozzy's Boneyard. And also, I believe there was also another 2 studies. One of them was with Canadian website. I forget the name of it. I will get it for you guys. I do apologize. And then it was also Rolling Stone also did this too. Did not get in the number 1, but 1 was in the top 5 on there. But the other 2, 1 was the best drum solo in history. And then this is true, and if you've seen Metallica, you'll know, when Lars does that drum solo on One, it's like there's real fucking machine guns there. You think like the place is getting lit up. Like, it's just unbelievable. But, of course, last week's topic and whatnot, we move on with that. Also, on the Metallica note, Jones, the stripper, Jones, sorry.
That is not my new nickname.
I thought the audience would get a kick out of that. Before we get into Metallica for our, we're going to get right into it this week. Jones, tell the audience what is going on. We promised them prizes, and we will fucking deliver on this show. Jones, what do we got for them?
Well, this week we have a $25 Home Depot gift card.
Very nice.
Figuring that everyone is home and it is spring and...
Yes, getting out there, working, and, we're almost approaching summer, and, we're still home. So I know that if you guys did not want to go to the store and, you figure, how are we going to get this to you? What kind of contest do you got, Deacon?
Well, electronic.
Yeah, we're going to tell you all that stuff right now. So, what we're going to do now in the show is I'm going to ask you guys 4 points, okay? And we are online with an email, so we want you to tell us what you think and what you want to hear us talk about and what you don't want us to talk about. So let us know all your feedback at deaconandjonesshow@gmail.com. Again, that's deaconandjonesshow@gmail.com. So get to us. Now, what I want to do with the contest is we're going to give 4 points where I'm going to say I need you guys' help. I ask you for some feedback or whatnot. I want to know your answers to the 4 questions that I ask you. Email it to us, 1234. And what you will do is Jones and I will look over the responses and we will narrow it down. And the winner will then get a return email from us with giving us their either address, or if you don't want us to have your address to mail you the gift card, what you could do, because we are having a lot of gift cards, in the meantime, until the tickets and other things can be available for prizes, we could give you the code on the back of the code. We could scratch it for you. We could send it to you in a picture through your email, so that way you don't have to worry about us being stalkers, which we're not. But back on to that.
Wow, you took that to a new place.
Well,
I was just going to say we could just buy an electronic gift card and then forward it to them.
Well, we could do it too, or give it to them like that, because not a lot of the places, not all places have electric gift cards, or electronic gift cards rather, but we'll take it from there. We'll see how it goes from there. So do that for us again, Deacon and Jones Show at gmail.com. Very big and very important that you guys give us feedback. We did get a lot of feedback last week, so we
appreciate all of it.
Appreciate all of it. We appreciate everybody who listened and show us the support.
The stripper part.
Even the stripper part.
It's okay.
And I promise that this one will be a little bit more pleasant to listen to, as if you can imagine on the first time doing a podcast, working together with a partner, sometimes that you're not at your best, and I feel like we were good, but we were not at our best, and we're yet to come. So, thank you guys, and I hope everybody's safe. Thank you.
Like tooting your own horn.
No, I'm just saying, not trying to get too cocky. I'm just saying, my viewers know, I know what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to my topics.
Okay.
Jones, let's dive right into it. Last week you asked me to bring up Metallica Mondays. I forgot because we were over the time limit as we were doing it. Metallica Mondays, guys, is a program that Metallica is doing every Monday. What they're going to do is air a live show that has never been before seen by a extended audience that was not at the show. So last week's show, I actually learned something about Metallica. Well, they actually had a show in Chicago. It was the first time they played in Chicago in 1983, and they did the Kill 'Em All album. Well, obviously they couldn't do anything else because they didn't have anything else. So that was all that we got. But
so it's a quickie.
It was a quickie, metaphorically speaking. But it was a quickie. But it was still a great show, and you know.
Jones was at work, so she missed the show.
Jones, you did miss the show. We could always backtrack on there. But if you watch it there, it's on the YouTube or Facebook page for Metallica. You click on them. I promise you, they put on a good show. But the reason why Kill 'Em All, and I mentioned this to you earlier, Jones, the reason why that the album is called Kill 'Em All was because it was actually, they have a phrase called metal up your ass. And they actually were supposed to have the name of the album called Metal Up Your Ass, but they would not be able to produce the album, and they just felt uncomfortable, so they switched it to Kill 'Em All.
Well, I just don't understand. That makes no sense. Kill 'em all. That, to me, that's worse than metal up your ass. At least you could survive that. But kill 'em all. It's pretty clear the intentions of that one.
Yeah, it's
nobody's surviving.
Yeah, so if you guys get a chance to check it out, Metallica Mondays, it's definitely a good show. Jones and I have seen some pretty good shows on there, but it's just tough when you turn around.
There was that one really cool one. Remember where was that?
They were in the House of Vans in London.
In London, and it was like an underground tunnel. And damn, that was crazy.
You can only imagine how fucking
when
loud.
They played one.
Yeah, I mean,
that was insane.
Just insane. You guys got to check it out. Yeah,
it was just crazy.
But just imagine with you think that you get your audience, and you got your venue that has seats and a balcony, and then you got the roof. No, it's just fucking concrete tunnel.
I'd love to go there.
It's just concrete tunnel. The fucking sound has to echo off of the fucking concrete. It's just insane. But anyway, moving on. We definitely got to check that out again. That's Metallica Mondays. If anybody knew that already about Metallica's first album going to be called Metal Up Your Ass, then definitely let me know. That's not one of the 4 questions, but definitely let me know if you knew about that earlier, because that's definitely a cool stat to know about. Now, I'm going to go into one here that I heard about on SportsCenter the other day, and it's going to be one of our questions, but I'm watching the program, and I'm texting Jones, and I'm like, yeah, I got the next topic for our fucking podcast. And I'm like, people want to know. I need to know, who would you want to be compared with for the best 2 basketball players of all time? So if you know about what's going on ESPN, if you're following, then you're going to know where I'm going with this right now. So if for the rest of you who don't, enjoy. Michael Jordan or LeBron James, who is the better overall basketball player, or if you want to call athlete, who is better, Michael Jordan or LeBron James? So I give you the exact numbers that ESPN gave, and this is the poll that they did, and what it basically did was 600 people, both male and female, of equal ages. Meaning, like, if there's 5 of each one, then it's going to add up. You can do the math yourself. It comes to like 37 and a half people. You obviously know you can't have half. So, but they spread it out over 600 people.
Okay.
Ages 18 to 34. 17 different categories, okay? I'm going to tell you, Jones, how many of those categories do you think LeBron James won?
1.
None.
What?
Michael Jordan swept the board with 17 for 17.
He won none?
None. LeBron James won none. And Jones, let's
that's not right.
Well, let's take a look at some of the things that are on the categories that they compared the two.
Okay.
So, better offensive player, 65% to 35 for Jordan. Better defensive player, 59 to 41 in favor of Jordan.
Okay,
Better,
that's closer.
Better passer, 59 to 41. Yeah, that's closer. That's closer, Jones, you asshole. All right, preferred teammate. 63% of the preferred teammate for Michael Jordan to 37% for LeBron James.
That's rough, man.
Better clutch performer, 74% for Michael Jordan, 26% for LeBron James.
Ouch. That hurts.
Choice to take the last shot, 76% for Michael Jordan, 24% for LeBron James.
Wow, that says a lot. Those categories are big categories.
Now, here's another category that they did. Again, this is all from ESPN. This is all true. More amazing. 74% for Michael Jordan.
Amazing. He's 74% more amazing than the other guy.
To 26% for LeBron James. More likely to win one-on-one, 67-33 in favor of MJ.
That's crazy.
I mean, just the stats alone. There's another two
why
pages.
Compare the two if there's that much of a difference.
There's nobody else that's that close. That's why LeBron's such a great player. I mean, like, you have to...
Yeah, but he won nothing, and like he's such a great player.
Well, no, he didn't win nothing. He didn't win nothing. He turned around and he's won 3 NBA championships, right? So you got to turn around.
No, but I mean, on a stats like this, when people are voting on who's the best. He hasn't won one category.
He hasn't won one category yet. Out of all,
the second best.
Arguably the second best. You know who I'm gonna say? I'm not gonna say. Listen. I'm a Laker fan. I'm a diehard Laker fan. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. If you don't know people who don't know me, you're just tuning in, or even if you don't know and haven't seen me in a while, I got an 8 and a 24 tattooed right on my wrist. I'm a Kobe guy. I've always been a Kobe guy. Rest in peace.
He gets a lot of tattoos, guys.
Once a month, I'm going to give a shout out here.
Favorites.
Something I normally don't do on the show until we're into the show, but I'm going to shout out to my favorite group of artists, tattoo artists in the world. My favorite. I love you guys over at Livewire Arts.
Nice plug.
Over in West Islip, New York. Check them out. They're awesome. I love Jones over here cracking comments, but I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Always amazing work. Mikey Fishhooks. Chris Mason, great guys. I love you guys.
Right.
Kit, hello, everyone else. Love you guys. But Kobe's my guy. He's always been my guy. Jordan, I'm a diehard Jordan fan. I love Jordan. Everyone who says that they were not a Bulls fan in the early 90s was fucking full of shit. They turned around, and unless you're a real diehard Knicks fan, you cannot tell me that you are not a Bulls fan. I really don't give a fuck. I'm a diehard Lakers fan. I've been a Laker fan since 1998. Young man came into the league known as Kobe Bryant. Anyway, so let's continue on now here with this, Jones.
All right.
We need to know what you think of this. Like, who is the matchup that you would want to see? So now, Jones, if you do, now you're not gonna know, too much about these other new guys.
Wouldn't Kobe and Bryant and LeBron be a better matchup than